Kyle Dubas became the general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs in May 2018, after serving as an assistant GM for 4 years. He was the youngest GM in the NHL at the time, and he brought a fresh and innovative approach to the team. His goals and strategies were based on analytics, player development, and cap management. He wanted to build a fast, skilled, and competitive team that could contend for the Stanley Cup. Some of his major moves as the GM included signing star forwards Auston Matthews, Mitch Marner, John Tavares, and William Nylander to long-term contracts, securing the core of the team for years to come. Trading for defenseman Jake Muzzin from the Los Angeles Kings in 2019, adding experience and toughness to the blue line. Hiring Sheldon Keefe as the head coach in November 2019, replacing Mike Babcock, who had clashed with Dubas and some of the players. Acquiring veteran forwards Joe Thornton, Wayne Simmons, Nick Foligno, and Jason Spezza to add leadership and grit to the lineup. Trading for goaltender Jack Campbell from the Kings in 2020, who became the starter after Frederik Andersen struggled with injuries and performance. Drafting and developing young players such as Rasmus Sandin, Nick Robertson, Timothy Liljegren, and Rodion Amirov, who are expected to contribute to the team in the future. Dubas was praised for his bold and creative moves, and for building a team that dominated the regular season in 2021. However, he also faced criticism for some of his decisions, such as letting go of defenseman Tyson Barrie after one disappointing season, who went on to have a bounce-back year with the Edmonton Oilers. Trading away Kasperi Kapanen and Andreas Johnson to clear cap space, losing depth and speed on the wings. Failing to address the team's defensive issues and lack of physicality, which were exposed in the playoffs. Overpaying some of his star players, leaving little room for flexibility and improvement under the salary cap. Dubas' tenure as the GM of the Leafs was marked by high expectations and mixed results. He managed to turn the team into a regular season powerhouse, but he also failed to deliver on his promise of playoff success. After another first-round exit in 2021, Dubas faced intense scrutiny and pressure from the fans and the media. His future with the team was uncertain, and many wondered if he would leave or be fired. In this video, we will explore what went wrong for Dubas and what's next for him and the Leafs. Why did Dubas decide to leave the Leafs, and what are the implications for the team and the fans in terms of roster, cap space, coaching, and culture? Kyle Dubas shocked the hockey world when he announced his resignation as the general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Dubas had been with the Leafs since 2014, first as an assistant GM and then as the GM since 2018. He was widely regarded as one of the most innovative and forward-thinking executives in the NHL, with a strong emphasis on analytics, player development, and contract negotiation. So why did he decide to leave the Leafs? According to Dubas himself, he felt that he had reached a point where he could no longer fulfill his vision for the team. He cited personal and professional reasons for his departure, but did not elaborate on what they were. Some speculate that he was frustrated with the lack of playoff success, the constant media scrutiny, and the pressure from ownership to win now. Others suggest that he had a falling out with head coach Sheldon Keefe, who was his longtime friend and colleague. And some believe that he had a better opportunity elsewhere, perhaps with another NHL team or even a different league. Whatever the reason, Dubas' departure has huge implications for the Leafs and their fans. Dubas was responsible for building a core of young stars, such as Auston Matthews, Mitch Marner, William Nylander, and John Tavares. He also made some bold moves to improve the team's depth and defense, such as acquiring Jake Muzzin, TJ Brodie, Nick Foligno, and Jack Campbell. He also hired Keefe as the coach in 2019, replacing Mike Babcock. With Dubas gone, the Leafs face a lot of uncertainty and challenges. They have to find a new GM who can continue the work that Dubas started and maintain the team's competitiveness. They have to deal with a tight salary cap situation that limits their flexibility and options. They have to cope with the high expectations and demands of their fan base and market. And they have to overcome their playoff demons and finally win a Stanley Cup for the first time since 1967. Dubas' departure is a major blow for the Leafs and their fans. He was a visionary leader who had a clear plan for the team's success. He leaves behind a legacy of innovation, excellence, and passion. He will be missed by many, but not forgotten.